What's going on, YouTube, and welcome to the first episode of Chasing Sunsets. I'm excited to get this started. This is the 0.8 version of the game, which as far as I know is the newest one. As per usual on this channel, I am doing this completely blind. I know absolutely nothing about it, other than the fact that it's been super highly rated and very, very recommended by a lot of subscribers and a lot of patrons. So let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into the game. As per usual, I do have to have the music turned off just due to copyright issues. I'm not sure if this audio is safe or not. Sounds are on, so Spirit Rehearsal volume is about 50% in default. Interesting. Okay, well I turned it up to max. That's the usual consent stuff. Yes, I am 18 years of age. Glad to hear it. Welcome to Chasing Sunsets. You'll play a male character in Chasing Sunsets. That's per the usual. What would you like to name your character? I'll just leave as default. I'm good with Alex. Sure. You have chosen the name Alex for this playthrough. Welcome to Stone Fox Studios' first effort at creating an adult-themed visual novel. We wanted to create an experience in which the player enjoyed the story as much as the sex. It's our hope that we've captured that vision here. Here's a brief overview of the game concept. If you played a visual novel before, the mechanics should feel similar. Familiar. The story begins with a prologue which takes place in the past. It's a good idea to pay attention here as it contains many clues, which will add depth to the present-day story beginning in Chapter 1. Because prologue choices were made in the story's past, they have potential to alter important facts in the present. Nice. We prepared a brief primer, which will explain the UI and point concept to new players. If nothing else, it is a good idea to view the settings menu so you know what user interface options are available. I kind of want to. I know how to do these things, but maybe it has something unique here that's different. Let's go. Over the course of the game, you will make a number of decisions. Some of these will be trivial or cosmetic. Some will dramatically impact the story ending you experience as the main character. Some may end the game entirely. Our goal was to allow the player to play their conscience. Okay? We do not want the player to be reliant upon a walkthrough to achieve a specific ending. As such, there should be few, if any, gotcha decisions. The consequences of choices should generally play out in a believable or logical fashion. Certain actions will improve or damage relationships with other characters. Some scores will be tracked visually in the UI, others will be hidden. Okay. Relationship impacts will be tracked in the stat bar here. These scores will change outcomes with certain characters. Enable the stats bar in the settings menu. Try it now if you'd like, while you have some sweet cheaty points. The stats bar will not be visible in-game until points are earned. When relationship points change during gameplay, they will be displayed a starburst like this. Okay. Hold up. Are you perving on your virtual mom? Awkward. Virtual Jesus disappoint. +5. Excellent. I'm glad there's humor. Love points reflect affection between a person and the player, platonic or otherwise. Trust points are a maneuver of honesty and reliability between the player and another person. All points are used as a metric to influence choices or dialogue, and will never force a romance. Building trust or love with one character is not betrayal of another. Damaging choices are. Since points reflect mutual perception, they may change even if only one party is aware of an act. Huh. Okay. Interesting way to handle that. Chasing Sunsets was created in a way that very little content is tied to a perfect score. It is intended to minimize decision making simply to achieve a desired result. There is wide enough wiggle room factored in to make mistakes and still obtain the good endings. If you are following multiple paths, you may name your saved games accordingly. The quick menu and text box, that's the usual stuff. Additionally, some scenes may display without dialogue, yet still require a mouse to click to advance. You'll see a click me indicator. That's normal. A friendly word. The overall story we want to tell is a happy one. There will be bumps along the way. Be aware that this game touches upon mature topics, including rejection, suicide, and loss. We believe our characters will be more relatable if their laughter and pain mirrors our own. If these subjects are likely to be troubling to you, we encourage you not to play. That's it. We hope you enjoy exploring our world as much as we enjoy bringing it to life. Thank you for reading and supporting us. I like that. I like it. I like that it's even optional. I think it's a good thing to read through. The points part especially, I was really wanting to read. Prologue, beginnings and endings. Let's jump. The road not taken. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere, oh, hello. Didn't get to read it. Is this still the same kind of controls where I can like page up? Okay, it is. Good. I want to read that. Yeah, I saw that. Somewhere ages and ages hence, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has all made all the difference. Robert Frost. Okay, good. I don't know why I went so fast there. Boston, present day. Shaking off the fall chill, you enter the old brownstone. Ugh, it's cold. Should have grabbed a hoodie from the truck. You are greeted by a familiar, craggly face. Hey pal, we're not open yet. Alex? Is that you? Hey Walter, long time no see. Wow, since graduation, right? Yeah, 7 years, give or take. Feels longer. Would have been right before I bought the bar. Kind of like it. It's seen better days. I kind of like it. It's got character. Walter allows himself a brief, proud smile. That's one word for it. This building has good bones, but the interior needs updating. I'll need to start turning a profit to even tackle the safety code violations. Are things that bad? It's the rent around here. We small fish are getting squeezed out. You nod sympathetically. Have you considered looking for investors? I've thought about it. But this is my dream. I don't need some not so silent partner calling the shots. So, how's business? Walter smiles ruefully. I run a New York Rockets bar in a New England nationalist town. May have not been my best business decision. But if I rebranded now, my Rockets fans would riot. A generous poor buys a lot of goodwill in Boston. Bring heavy also brings unwanted attention from the liquor board. That's why the door was open when you got here. We're closed until evening, but the inspectors due today. Is this a bad time? Of course it's not a bad time. You're practically family. With the mention of family, Walter's expression softens. Look, kid, about... Yeah, thanks, Walter. Wilderman gestures to the bar stool directly in front of him. Sit down, damn it. It's quite a shock seeing you old enough to walk in here without James. That's a man who took parenthood seriously. Hell, it took me longer to name the Wi-Fi here than it did to name my kids. An unfamiliar voice interjects from behind the kitchen door. He is not even kidding. The man agonized for weeks before finally picking pub Wi-Fi for you, for Christ's sake. Why not? Eyebrows for days. Yeah. Keep slicing limes, Angelo. He was no help at all. Nice enough kid, but dumber than a box of hair. Walter pauses a moment before continuing. Step parenting is a tough gig. James used to tell me all the time how proud he was that you called him dad. Walter slides a glass of brown liquor towards you across the bar. You both reflect a moment in silence before raising your glasses to drink. So, don't keep me in suspense. Where have you been since graduation? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Buy a nickel for every time I've heard that. I am a bartender, you know. The story, I bet, would even shock you. You savor the smokiness of your drink. relishing its pleasant burn. What are we drinking? It is an 18-year-old Belvinor single malt. I get it at cost for about $700 per bottle. I save it for special occasions. And for upselling to high rollers who pay for the whole bottle after 2 shots. Oh, which am I? Today? That depends on you. Depends on me how. Depends on whether your story behind that disappearing act surprises me or not. Well, gaze at Walter thoughtfully for a moment. How long do we have before you open? About 3 hours? Plenty of time. And the liquor inspector? Angelo, I have company here. Double time today. If you can handle the inspector and prep for opening solo. You got it, boss. Sees my day is just opened up. One of the perks of being the boss. I really don't know how long I have though. Hopefully I don't get cut short. Family commitments, you understand. Walter's eyes suddenly narrow suspiciously. Now wait just a damn minute. Where is that crazy sister of yours? Does she know you're here? I really don't need that kind of trouble today, Alex. You gulp your scotch to hide your amusement. I wouldn't rule out the possibility. Walter looks at you at a loss for words. Promise me that if she walks through these doors, you'll leave. And I mean leave peacefully. We'll settle up on this wager later. I will not have another dust up like your graduation party in my place of business. Ooh, I promise. I'm gonna hold you to that. For Buzz, Walter regains his composure as he chuckles at the memory that caused him to lose it. So, do you want to hear this or not? Sure, lay it on me. Since we're on this subject, what is it with you two anyway? For the life of me, I can't understand how you kids couldn't get along. Well, I'm not proud of it. It's not like we're always fighting. It just sort of started small and then got out of hand. It's also connected to where I've been the last few years. It's as good a place to start as any. My sister and I were pretty close in the beginning. Love is the foundation anger that this gets built on. You don't say. The opposite of love isn't hate, Walter. It's apathy. That kind of resentment takes effort to sustain. Don't you think you're a bit young to be spouting relationship philosophy? Walter looks poised to continue. What do you think's better of it? My sister and I were born on the exact same day, you know? I knew you shared a birthday, but same year too? Figure the odds. I am older by about 6 hours, but yeah, exact same day. Kind of felt like we were twins too. Jay started calling me bro, even before Mom and James got married. She was that sure we were going to be a family. Birthday coincidence is what brought our parents together to begin with. Mom was working downtown for a pharmaceutical company. I remember not seeing a lot of her those days. Boston, 16 years ago. What is that? Rizzer Pharmaceuticals? I can't read that. The handwriting's hard to read for me. Sarah Forster was reviewing test results when she heard voices nearby. Something in these effectiveness metrics isn't adding up. Need to look into double-blind numbers again. The voices grew louder as their owners approached. I'll need to wrap up around 2 o'clock. It's my daughter's birthday today. Hearing those words, Sarah's heart sank. Oh shit. Shit. I've been so focused on work, I forgot my son's birthday. As the nearby conversation ended, one of the men turned to leave. The other continued in her direction. Good morning, James Campbell. Sales and marketing? Is this desk free today? I don't see any personal belongings. I just need a temporary place to work this morning. Nothing personal at her desk either, so visitor or workaholic? You may be in luck. I think that was Samantha's desk. I hear she relocated to the Seattle office last month. I'm just visiting myself today. I have an office at the Curie building. She's got kind of a chilly beauty. Let's see if we can break the ice a little. Do you mind if I settle in here for a bit? I'll be as quiet as a church mouse. You won't even know I'm here. James flashed the most disarming smile. Sales and marketing, you can always tell. Irritatingly smooth, charm for days. By all means. Sarah smiled cordially. Make yourself comfortable. I'll be busy though. It reminded me of something I forgot to do. Thank you, Miss... Sarah Forrester. R&D. Wait, Dr. Sarah Forrester? In spite of herself, Sarah blushed a little hearing him use her title. The same Dr. Forrester who led the Pregnia project? Your name is on like a third of Prizer's profitable patents. That was my team, yes. James' enthusiasm was palpable. I've literally built my reputation at Prizer selling your work. Marketing does pay bonus and commission, you know. He almost seemed starstruck. Sarah felt both flattered and embarrassed at his intensity. I can't take all the credit. We all worked very hard. Really, Sarah? When did I get this humble? Of course. After an awkward pause, James pulled himself together. Here, I promise to be quiet, and I'm going all groupie on you. I'll let you get back to what you're doing. James pulled a laptop out of his briefcase and powered it up. He's handsome and hasn't tripped my player alarm yet. Might have to ask around and find out more about him. Later, though. I have to focus right now if I'm going to come through for Alex tonight. She searched the web for nearby bakeries and card shops. I've already picked up a gift for Alex. All I need now is a cake and a card. After a few calls, she was able to order a cake from a Jen and Barry's shop near home. One job down, one to go. I might be out of luck on the card though. Maybe James knows where I can get one near the office. Sarah startled slightly when she looked up to find James staring back at her. I overheard you tell that other gentleman that today is your daughter's birthday. Yes, she's turning 8. Wait, what? Your daughter is 8? My son turns 8 today too. James rolled his chair over to where Sarah was sitting, fumbling with his phone. This is Jay. She's my whole world. Well, she's so beautiful. Well, your wife might have something to say about her being your whole world. Jesus, why did I say that? James' grin faded and his eyes turned grim. Oh no, I guess I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry. Breast cancer. Jay was only 2 at the time. Sarah politely gave James a few moments to collect himself, feeling awful. That's why I came to Prizer, really. Being part of a company working on a cure. I might not have a scientist's brain, but I wanted to work with people who do. People like you. You know, we had trouble conceiving. My daughter was only possible because of Pregnia. We were a clinical trial. Sarah blushed in spite of herself. Yes, the irony is that cancer research was my passion, yet I ended up in fertility. Go figure. Though, I won't be winning any Mother of the Year awards. I totally forgot it was my son's birthday today. Until I overheard you talking about your daughters to that gentleman. Don't beat yourself up too badly. Jay only reminded me this morning as well. Sarah felt tears coming out of nowhere, but choked them back. Work just seems to be where I find clarity. At what cost? It's always Alex who pays for it. There's just no class for combining moms and world-class researchers into super parents. Or single dads and marketing executives, apparently. We just have to do our best to figure things out as we go. I just stop and get her a card and gift on my way into the office. Sarah brightened. That's exactly what I wanted to ask you about. I have everything else covered, but I was hoping to grab a card on my way home. Can I ask where you got yours? I'm afraid it won't help much. There's a newsstand near my apartment in Foxborough. James displayed a cute card with a sailboat on it. I didn't have anything more, feminine, Damn it. Maybe I can just whip one up on the printer. Alex is still too young to know the difference. Well, thanks anyways, James. Hope your daughter has a wonderful birthday. Better get going if I'm gonna pull a rabbit out of my hat. James smiled reassuringly before returning to his desk. For what it's worth, I think you're underestimating Alex. Kids are resilient. They survive their flawed parents every day. Maybe if. I just had a thought, Dr. Forrester. Sarah, please. Sarah, then. A sailboat seems a bit more like a boy's card anyways, right? Oh, yes, Alex loves them. I probably would have picked something similar. Well, I could be persuaded to give you this one. Here it comes. Shall we discuss the terms over a cup of coffee? Mr. Campbell. James. Yes, James. How can I sleep at night knowing I messed up your plans for Jay's birthday? James thought he heard a flirty note creep into her voice. About that. I passed the same stand on my way home. I could just pick up another card. What might my husband think if I were to get coffee with a man from the office? I'd hear kids being born on the same day gives us a lot to discuss over a latte. It's just coffee. I think Mr. Forrester would understand that. But if it makes you uncomfortable, I'll just give you the card and wish Alex a happy birthday. It's not a date. Why do I suddenly feel so excited? Sarah's voice became unmistakably playful. In that case, if there was a Mr. Forrester, I don't think he would have a problem with it at all. I'd love to have a coffee with you, James. She is definitely flirting with me. And that is actually where we're going to leave it off for today. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. Initial impressions. Art style, average. Yeah, I think we've gone through some better looking visual novels. This one's just like your average run-of-the-mill one. Story. I could see what they were talking about in the beginning. I did like the intro. I actually liked the way they explained it. I could definitely see how they're aiming for a more natural sounding and more natural feeling kind of conversation, which is definitely something I've mentioned in other visual novels before, especially using people's names. That drives me insane. When visual novel overuses someone's name like every sentence. They're having a conversation, they're constantly referring to each other with their name. It drives me insane every time I see it. So I'm glad I'm not really seeing that too much here yet. It sounds a bit, but has a bit of a better flow to it. It's definitely a slow start, slower than most, but I'm okay with that. As long as there are character building, that's the most important thing. They're not just throwing random kids at each other and all of a sudden everyone's hot for each other. No, it's just slowly building. It's only the prologue. So I'm hopeful. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe so you can follow along with this series and with Ripples that is also going on. And I'll catch you all in the next one.